Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Now I've called these readings Triple Conjunction Season because we have the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction perfecting, as Mercury and Neptune are coming conjunct, as Mars and Saturn are conjunct. So we have a triple conjunction going on, 3 being the number of the goddess, the urge to move forward, the urge to make changes. And interestingly, they are in Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. So they're in 1/4 of the chart. They are forming an arrow, focusing in on the Earth. So it made me go and have a look at what the difference was. So obviously Neptune one side, Pluto the other, from 19 degrees Pisces, which is a manifestation number, to 24 degrees Capricorn, which escapes me right now what that number's about, but I have discussed it loads on my video. But anyway, the interesting thing is the angular distance between them is 55 degrees. Angel number 55. The message in that apparently is time to let go of the old, release all the old doubts, fears and everything. It will be replaced with something better. And this is just coming off of the energy. It's not quite within orb, but the septile, which is 1/7 of the zodiac ecliptic. Now, normally an orb of 1 degree is allowed for this, but I thought that, it's well worth looking at. It's the only prime number aspect of division of the zodiac, which is an inexact number, and it is a mystical aspect that indicates the hidden flow of energies between the planets involved, often involving spiritual or energetic sensitivity and awareness of finer and more subtle hidden levels of reality involving the planets in septile aspect. Now, that to me sounds quite stunning, especially coupled with that angel message of time to let go of the old, let the new come in, release the old doubts and fears. So I'm not going to look at each individual conjunction. I've got a few other videos for that. Having said that, there is not enough hours in the day for me to do tarot scopes and readings based on every conjunction that is attracting my attention at the moment. So I decided to combine all three. There is a Jupiter-Pluto series I've just done. I'm hoping to look at the Mars-Saturn. Neptune and Mercury might be left all on its own, but we'll see. Now, as usual, this is a bulk introduction. There's a timestamp down below, so you can fast forward to the reading. I would like you to look at your sun sign, obviously, because that's the first one we're always drawn to. Your rising sign being the most important in ancient astrology. But to be quite honest, right now, I think Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, certainly Neptune and Pluto, there's not going to be a huge difference for all of us. You could combine those two signs into a communal reading, no doubt. Collective reading, sorry. But have a look at your Mars. This is the driving force between everything. And this is in the centre of the 3 conjunctions, Saturn and Mars together, entering into new, airy, rebellious Aquarius. So we can open lots and lots of gateways for us now. Yeah, the majority of us are stuck at home in isolation. But what did it say about those septile energies? Let me just read that again. A mystical aspect that involves a hidden flow of energies between the planets involved, involving spiritual or energetic sensitivity and awareness of finer and more subtle hidden levels of reality. What we can put into place now, what we can bring together, even if it's just in our thought space on the astral level, will end up manifesting, certainly if it is in our interest, if it is something that will be better, not just for us, but for the whole world. Remember, there's a lot of outer planets here: Neptune, Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn. So this is stuff that is affecting us personally and society as a whole. And let's face it, turn on the news and you can see exactly what I mean. Very, very briefly, because try to be careful, but avoid the fear, as all of the teachers, the astrologers and everybody are talking about at the moment. So if you don't know what your moon, your rising, your Mars sign is, there's a link down below in the description to go and get yourself a free birth chart from Cafe Astrology. Then obviously there is a link to my Facebook group, where I post not just these videos, but all the astrology videos that I'm watching, and ever so often something else that I find quite interesting as well, that obviously along the line of more esoteric studies. If it means anything to you, do comment down below. Please press subscribe for me or any other reader or astrologer or whoever on YouTube. The subscriptions really, really help our channels and, in my terms eventually, but in their terms, help keep the channels going. So on that note, I've given you your standard YouTube lecture, so let me bring up the cards. And welcome Taurus Rising, Taurus Moon and Taurus Mars, if you've just joined me after the timestamp. What I didn't say in the introduction is that all this triple conjunction is occurring during the waxing moon, and this is, so time of increase, and this is just after your North Node, has been activated by passing over the point of the lunar eclipse in early January, 4 degrees Cancer. This is giving that eclipse energy, that change energy to your future, to your destiny. All the while, straight after Black Moon, Lilith and Chiron have just been conjunct in Aries, bringing up all the old wounds, bringing up all the secrets, bringing them to the light and hopefully healing and getting rid. So let's have a look what we've got. We have slow and steady, which I think I will just look up, but it shows, this is another reading where I've seen the slow and steady concept come up for you, Taurus. This is a time for easy movement and unhurried steps with a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you greater access to your dreams. Slowing down allows more contact with the juicier elements of your life. Savour them. Well, that's a nice little time. And I do get the impression that this is to do with either spending time with young people or enjoying your youth. And there is going to be some form of reward for this by you slowing down and not being too focused on some form of goal, but stopping to smell the roses, something that you are good at, Taurus, and you are being called to bring this nature into being. Now, if you have got any plans, if you have got a project that you're working with, if you are aiming towards something, absolutely carry on with it, but slowly, gently. There is no hurry at the moment, and there is wisdom that's going to be coming to you from young people around you or from you exploring your own youth. Maybe there might be a slight trip down memory lane here if you're to look at your own childhood, or this could also be indicating childhood friends. But we have 5 of Roses, 5 of Keys that have both come out of the Akashic Tarot. So again, there's that number of 55. It's time to let things go. It's time to make space for the better to come in. This is clarified by the Sun card. So as you know, the happy, happy joy card, which again can be a pregnancy card as well. So if you're not wanting to produce offspring at the moment, take the appropriate precautions, I suppose is one method in here, because we've got children. I don't tend to see that as a general rule, but this time I can't help but notice. But that aspect of children is really, really important. It's like, if I look at this, I don't know, what do you call it? Like a bridal veil, or it might be some form of cloak or cape that this baby is wearing. It finishes in the small baby, but as you look deeper, there is voluminous material to be pulled from round the baby's shoulders, because it is going all the way. Let me move it There's a bit of a glow there. I'll move it to the top camera, which it doesn't want to focus. But you notice all the material that's coming down there. Something to do with the youngsters or with you as a youngster is going to bring wish fulfillment. So maybe you need to look at your childhood dreams, for one thing, because I would hope that those are what you're trying to bring into being anyway, assuming that they're childhood dreams that you're proud of course. But we have wishes fulfilled with the 5 of keys, but again, that 55 number, like I said. With, from the Shem Hamefarash, the Veualia, with the angel Veualia, with prosperity. But interestingly, on the underside of that is the fall of empire with Sabnok. There is definitely a structure falling to pieces around you, but your time is not during the collapse of the structure. Your time here is in the rebuilding of the structure later, because very soon you are going to level up. Prince of Pentacles, that automatically becomes the King of Pentacles. So it's a very grounded, practical, 3D reality, physical life project that you are looking at, that you will be working towards and achieving, but it is going to be different to what you was expecting, but only just, because with this slow and steady, I do feel that this is something that you may have already started to put into motion, and you will be able to continue to put this into motion, but just bit by bit, because there's no hurry, because I rather feel that we do have to wait for the fall of empires and some structures to collapse and get out of your way. And that's very much what the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction is all about. And the Saturn and Mars saying now is the time to start building once this has occurred. But also spend some time dreaming and allow others' dreams, young people's dreams, to come to you through communication. Neptune in Pisces conjunct with Mercury. And like I say, here we have the guardian angel of youth. As I share my enthusiasm, humour and sense of fun, I protect and honour my youthful spirit. So yes, be young yourself. The only card I haven't dealt with here is Laertes with faithfulness. So whatever this, like I say, I think there's a project that you've been working on and working towards anyway. Stay faithful to it and stay faithful to the youngsters that are around you. They are going to bring you that wish fulfillment. They're going to bring you prosperity here. A prosperity that you can then guide, guard and share. Okay, so guard and share there are not contradictory. You're guarding it so you can share it. So if this means anything to you, Taurus, comment down below. I've given you the like and subscribe speech. There is a link for a Facebook group down there as well. Please join that one. I think I did that in the intro, actually. Your next readings will either be your monthlies, or I will finally get to doing that Warrior's Path reading about the conjunctions of Mars. But in the meantime, slow and steady, be young. Cheers.